Hi, my name is Waiter and I'm going to do a quick demo on how MoneyCEO turn these questions into clarity and control. This is what you see when you first got into MoneyCEO. We have a sidebar for your budget accounts and credit cards, a top bar showing the budget details, and the main sections for the envelopes and budget items, and lastly the secondary section showing extra information based on what you are looking at. To get you started, the first step is to define your expenses. Take some time to list down all the expenses that you care about. For the purpose of this demo, I have prepared a common list of expenses. In this list, we have health insurance policy renewal, we have a car loan, upcoming trip to Indonesia, and also books. After you have listed down all the expenses, the second step is to input your account balances. In MoneyCEO, you will create budget accounts to hold all your balances. To create one, click on the button and you'll be asked to input a name and also your initial balance. Once created, you can see that the balance is now showing up in the available for allocation and also the income. And in the secondary section, you can also see the extra information about this budget account. You can see the current balance, total income this month, and also the recent transaction. Now that we have both our expenses defined and also inputted our balances, step 3 is to transform those expenses defined in our note into budget items stored inside envelopes. We will start with health insurance policy renewal. So for this one, we will create an envelope called commitments, and then we will create a budget item. So for health policy renewals, we know that there's a 3,000 due in 31st of March. So we want to make sure we have the balance available, 3,000 balance available by 31st of March. We will use the allocation balance tracker. So this is health insurance policy renewal, and we want 3,000 to be available by 31st of March. Set 31st of March. And recurring, yes, so let's set it quarterly payment, recurring every 3 months. So we click save. You can see now the budget item is created, and we can go for the second one, car loan. We'll put it under commitment as well. So for car loan, it's going to be a fixed rate loan repayment. So let's say this is car loan. The principal amount is we borrowed 10,000. Current outstanding balance is 4,000. Let's say 0% interest rate, monthly installment is 1,000 a month, and total repayment period is 10 months. Monthly installment due on 28, and we have already made 6 installments. So we will create that. And then the next one is an upcoming trip to Indonesia. For that, we'll store them in the different envelope. We'll call it travels. Then we will create a budget item. So for the trip, we are thinking to spend only 3,000, so we want to keep track of our expense, so we will use the total expense tracker. So this is trip to Indonesia, and we want to spend 3,000 by a specific date. This is by 30th of March as well. This is not recurring, and we click save. Lastly is books. So we're thinking to get some books, but nothing in mind yet. We don't know how much we want to spend, so I'll create a category for lifestyle, and we'll create for monthly allocations, because we're not really sure how much we want to spend. We just want to put aside some money, so we put aside 50 ringgit every month. So now we have all our budget items created, and you can see here it will actually tells you how much you should budget in order to reach your target. So let's start with books. So you can see we want to make sure we put 50 ringgit aside a month. So for the trip to Indonesia, we are thinking to spend 3,000 by March 30. So in order to have the spending power, it will ask you to budget 1,000 a month, so that you have 3,000 by 30th of March. And for car loan, we can see that we need to repay 1,000 by January 28, so we need to allocate 1,000 to gain the repaying power, and it still want us to pay to do the payment in order to stay on track on paying off the loan. And lastly is health insurance policy renewal. So we want to have 3,000 balance available by 31st of March, so we want to put 1,000 aside in order to stay on track. So you can see now our current balance is 1,000, 2,000 more to go, and now we have all set up. With everything set up now, you should have a clear idea of what your money is working for you. So we have a balance of 3,850, and we can see that 50 is for books, 1,000 is for trip to Indonesia, 1,000 is for car loan, 1,000 is for health insurance policy renewal, and we also have 800 sitting inside available for allocations, kind of like jobless now, they don't have any job. But for the purpose of this demo, we're just going to leave it there. Now I'm going to show you how's your day-to-day budgeting going to look like. So for books, say we didn't actually buy anything, so we don't have any expense. So for trip to Indonesia, say we actually buy the flight tickets costing us 800 ringgit, so we can record an expense. So once expense added, we can see that we already spent 800 and there's a balance of 2,200 left to spend. And for car loan, so we actually have to make the payment, so we actually make payment using our budget account and the amount. Then we click save. We can see that we are now on track and the outstanding balance left is 3,000. And for health insurance policy renewal, we didn't buy anything, we didn't spend anything on this budget item as well. For the purpose of the demo, I'm going to put this, let's say we actually allocate less than the amount suggested. Say we only budget 800 and 200, actually 200 less. So now let's roll over to February and see what's going to happen. When we roll over, usually when a new month starts, we will record like a new fund. Let's say we have a salary. Let's say we have 2,000 fund coming in, salary. So we can see that now we have 4,000 and then we have like 3,000 to available for allocations. So for books, we still have to put in 50 because it's a monthly allocation tracker. For trip to Indonesia, we only need another 1,000 to stay on track. And for car loan, we also need 1,000 for the repayment. And you can see that the suggested amount now changed. It was 1,000 last month and it was supposed to be 1,000 across 3 months, but since we only allocate 800 last month, so we need to actually allocate 100 more this month in order to reach the target of 3,000 at the March. So 1,100 to be on track. As you can see now, we actually have not enough balance. But yeah, this is how MoneyCEO can help you manage your money. I hope you like it and feel free to give it a try. Thank you.